Everyone, thanks for joining us here in the charts. You're tuned into the Crypto Flight Edition. Your fellow competitor speaking. Yeah, welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Napoleon Macro Show. I think it's been about 6 months since we've been on. Pardon my extended absence. We're still in vacation mode, but I definitely wanted to stop and give you guys this emergency video about the Bitcoin price and to look for 3 simple steps that I'm going to show you on this video to let everyone know that, yeah, Bitcoin, whether or not Bitcoin is going to continue lower, and if we found a bottom, we're going to go through all that or speculate on those details in this video, and hopefully a short video. So let's get into it, guys. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we only explore price action. Thanks for sticking around, all of my loyal subscribers. Let's go ahead and dive right into the charts here. Shall we? So today's September the 21st, 2022, and the current price of Bitcoin, $18,496.00, slightly positive 0.16% for the day. Okay. All right, pardon these little notifications here, guys. All right, so let's get right into it here. Again, hopefully you guys are doing awesome. Here's the 3 simple steps. God, this is going to be super unprofessional. All right, there it is, guys. 3 simple steps. So the number 1. We're going to start in 2015. Now, these are things that have happened in the past. We're going to reference 2015, 2019, and see if we compare it to present day to get an understanding or wrap our heads around what could take place next. And again, if the market will continue lower. So number 1, impulse leg to the downside. We're going to measure how much more time do we have potentially, right, for the market to continue lower if it will continue lower. Number 2, we're going to look for a base. That's the most important thing to determine whether or not the impulse leg will continue down. And number 3, I should be pointing at them as I'm saying it, right? Breakout, okay, to the upside as well. We'll need it to turn things around. So let's get right into it and see if we can make sense of this and explain it for like even anyone to understand this. All right, so back in 2015, here's the 3 simple steps. Where the market had the impulse leg to the downside. 426 represents how many days that it went from its highest point in November 2013 and reached its lowest point, capitulation candle. Monthly candles is what we're looking at back in January 2015. It took about 426 days. Keep that number in mind because we're just going to kind of do a rough estimate of whether or not the market will continue lower in comparison to what we're looking at here based on the impulse leg down, okay? All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, we're looking for a base. Structural turnaround, you can use that term as well, but it's just, it's just a range, guys. We're looking for the market to, the sellers to fail to make a new low, right? They fail to make a new low, right? And then you form this little base here. And then, of course, you get that breakout, the blue circle, to the upside. All right, the way that you find the breakout is really simple. Just focus on the candle's bodies. Like you see these little wicks and stuff like that. If you pull up the monthly candles, it's super simple to see, very clear to see if you pull up the monthly candles. And the previous resistance level can be identified here by focusing on the candle's bodies. You see this little month here, July 2015. And of course, the next month here, August 2015. See how the candle's bodies are kind of shaved off, right? And then this monthly candle here, October 2015. See how the candle kind of protruded above that high? So this is the breakout candle, okay? And it measures the base is like 273. These are just rough estimates, guys, rough numbers. But I measured about 273 days for that base to form. So far, and of course, the breakout, I think I already explained that above the resistance, okay? So those are the 3 parts: impulse, base, breakout. Super simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate this, okay? So again, before we scoot on over to 2019, I just want everyone to understand that these moves take time, okay? It took about 426 days just for the impulse leg down. That's over a year, right? And then it took like over a half a year, hopefully that math is correct, just for it to form a base. So you're looking at about 2 years, right? Roughly speaking, approximately, just under 2 years for just the impulse and the base to form. At least back in 2015, as we're referencing, right? So let's go on over to 2019 and see if we can, maybe understand something similar. And again, kind of wrap our brains around what could take place in the current day here, or present day. 2019, guys, I measured 365 days from the highest wick, December 2019, at about 20,000, to the lowest candle, right here at about December 2018. It's about 365 days, okay? So we got the impulse leg down, 365. All right, and then we form that base, monthly candles. Again, just kind of look at the candles' bodies, and you'll know that it's pretty obvious that comparison to this candle here, December 2018, this candle here, March 2019, kind of, closed above the, kind of that shaved part of that candle's body. And then, of course, it had that breakout to the upside. 120 days we measured for the base here in 2019. And, of course, as we found that candle's body's somewhat of a resistance level, that will be determined as the breakout candle. And, again, those are the three parts I'm looking for. April 2019 was the breakout. No, hang on. Not April. Sorry, guys. It was March 2019 was a breakout candle. And those are the three parts that I was able to identify back in 2019. Hopefully you're with me and you're like, okay, cool, Napoleon, I see. I understand it. It's not that complicated. This isn't voodoo like I always said to you. All right, so let's go down over to present day and see if we can understand what could potentially take place now as we are in 2022. And I am going to measure from the highest point, which can be identified here at about November 2021. All right, we're going to measure this candle all the way down to the current day. And it's going to be 304 days, I think I measured, roughly speaking, not exact. Okay, might be off by a day or two. All right, so 304 days. And I have these little dots because I think we have a little bit more room to the downside. Okay, and I'm glad it's just kind of a positive day. So I'm not just kind of on some bandwagon and, it's going down and I'm saying, yeah, the cryptos are going down. No, I actually think that the markets could continue lower. Based on what I've already done in terms of my interesting research on these candlesticks. Okay. The second thing, okay, so the impulse leg down. So the reason that I want everyone to remember the 426 days, right? We measured 2015, 426 days. Yes, 426 days. All right, just for the impulse leg down. All right. And of course, 2019, 365 days just for the impulse. Okay, the highest point all the way to the lowest point. Okay, so right now we're at 304 days. I think my measurements were calculating. It's a window of 9 months up to 12 months, just for kind of starters, to see if we can search for some sort of bottoming formation, capitulation, or some sort of base. Right. So from November to, I think it was November 2022 or December. Okay, so again, we're measuring just kind of 9 to 12 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, so October 2022, just for starters. Okay, the window has started. The window of opportunity for the base to form has started. Now, one may say, wait a minute, Napoleon, don't you think it's forming a base right now, like right here? It has potential. Again, my personal observation in terms of the interesting technical research that I've done, I don't think it would happen, but let's let the market decide that, not me, okay? But this does have potential to form a base. And the reason that it has potential is because this is an active candle that you see circled here in red. It's an active candle. So there's 8 days and 22-ish day, 22 hours remaining for this active monthly candle to fully develop. So basically what it needs to do is close within this range, back within this base, okay? And that base is approximately, like kind of the lower portion of this base is approximately $19,893. Okay, so what you want to do is, what you want to look for is towards the end of the monthly's close, it had to kind of zip tie back within this range and stay within this range, and either consolidate for a little bit more. But inevitably, if this is going to be the turnaround, that's why I have a base attempt, right? Because I'm not sure with the question mark, right? But inevitably, if this is going to be the turnaround base, what will need to happen next is the market will need to break out to the upside, okay? And use that base as support and continue to, well, not continue, but just kind of turn things around as we've already showed you guys in 2019, formed a base, broke out to the upside, continued higher, yes. 2015, same thing, guys. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that structural base to form and break out to the upside and not look back. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Really simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. This is not complicated. So what are you saying, Napoleon? You're going back and forth. You say it could go up, it could go down. No, what I'm saying is, guys, we're still in the 9-month threshold, 9 to 12-month threshold. We're looking at about August 2022 for it to kind of get outside of that threshold. I mean, anything after that, I mean, it's fine, guys. You just have to give the markets time to form some sort of base. Honestly, that's personally the only way that I can see a healthy turnaround in the crypto market, at least looking at Bitcoin, right? To turn things around and have the big players interested in starting to entertain long positions in this market. We have to get some sort of structural turnaround. No V bottom, not like kind of a V bottom and then explode to the upside. I mean, if it happens, it's great, right? I'm invested in Bitcoin. I have not sold any Bitcoins, okay? I don't sell Bitcoin, guys. I accumulate and I hold, okay? And of course, occasionally, I actively participate. But for the long term, no, I'm not selling any Bitcoins, guys. If it goes to zero tomorrow, that's fine. Always install an amount that you're comfortable with losing 100% of, okay? So let's wrap this video up. It's been really nice getting back in here with you guys. What we're looking for is a structural turnaround. All right. Let's see if Bitcoin can actually close above 19,000 about, what did I say? Like, let's just call it like 19,000, 20,000. Let's see if Bitcoin can close above $20,000 before the end of this active monthly candle, September. If that can happen, then there is potential here for Bitcoin to actually be forming a base. But inevitably, if this will be a base for Bitcoin, it will inevitably need to break out to the upside. I think I explained it already. Sorry, guys. I repeat myself a lot. But we're looking for number 2. We are still in the midst of number 1 of the impulse leg to the downside. Let's see if we can form that base. And that's where we are. Hopefully this video was somewhat useful. All you have to do is pull up your monthly candles, guys. If you're looking at the 1-minute candles, I mean, unfortunately, there's nothing I could do to help you there. I mean, I do appreciate you for stopping and watching and giving me your undivided attention, but you have to pull up the monthly candles and be able to see these things, because again, you're going to look for the close of the candles bodies. Okay, the candles bodies on the monthly candles. You see that? See these 3 monthly candles? June 2022, July 2022. And then August 2022, see how they perfectly kind of closed above that line at about 20,000-ish, just below 20,000. So yeah, again, we're right in the midst of this one, just towards the tail end of the close of the September's candle. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm interested in more discounts. I'm not sure if you guys are. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you think the market's going to continue lower, and if you're excited about these discounts, or if you think Bitcoin's going to zero. Some people say that as well, right? Let me know that information down in the comment section. So that's the end of the video. Thank you for stopping out, guys. I do appreciate your patience and for watching this video after 6 months of this channel not posting any content. I do apologize for that. We'll get more active in here, but we're still currently on break mode. So if you don't mind doing me a huge favor before you go by supporting the channel, by simply leaving an appropriate thumb, I would appreciate it below the video if you enjoyed the content. And leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can promote this video on the channel. Thank you for your support. If you guys are new, we also explore the traditional stocks when we're getting back actively and posting, which we should do momentarily. So you can kindly hit the subscribe button and join us here on this interesting journey. And we'll send that out to you momentarily. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your time. Remember, guys, always have a strategy before you enter the market, financial markets. Keep that positive energy flowing. We'll talk soon. And bye for now, guys and gals.